Hi, have you ever been wondering why the induction fryer is nearly twice as expensive as a conventional fryer? Well, today I try to answer it for you. Let's have a look. Alright, on my workbench today I have two devices from Royal Catering, an induction fryer and a conventional fryer, same capacity, two barrels, pretty comparable to specimens. So today I'll be performing two tests in order to show you the differences, the similarities and the way to use those fryers. So for the first test, we filled these two fryers up with the same amount of oil, we heated it up to exactly 60 degrees and we will measure the time for the fries to get to the maximum temperature of 190 degrees. Okay, let's commence the test. So set it up to 190, set it up to 190. In the meantime, while the fryers are doing what they do, let me just explain to you what we did here. Well, first of all, we had to heat up the oil to around 60 degrees in order to be fair, because let me explain to you how the fryers work. The conventional fryer uses a standard heating element. So it's a spiral which is heating up the oil. So basically, when you use a set fryer oil, what will happen is the heating element will dissolve the fryer oil all around it, and the temperature control will measure the temperature of the oil at the heating element. So it will turn itself on and off. So we had to completely dissolve the fryer oil for the test to be fair. Whereas for the induction fryer, basically what happens is there's an electromagnetic field underneath the tank. So basically it causes vibrations which are causing the heat. So it's being heated from on all sides at the same time. So obviously the induction fryer will melt the fryer oil much quicker than a conventional fryer would. Alright, if you want to know a little bit more about these two devices, you are very welcome to flick through our archive materials on the website, where I go into details of each one of them. For now, we just have to wait for the test to end. So let's speed it up. Alright, I can see the induction fryer reached 190 degrees within 8.5 minutes. So let's wait a little bit for the conventional one. Alright, and the conventional fryer just reached 190 degrees within little over 12 minutes. So as you can see, obviously the induction fryer is much faster if it comes to heating up the oil, but then again they're pretty solid at 190 degrees both. It just takes a little while longer for the conventional fryer. In the second test, which is simply a time trial, we have the same exact amount of chips in both fryers, which is about 320-330 grams in each, which is a normal standard serving size. We're going to dip them into the oil, which is at 190 degrees, and we give it exactly 2 minutes, and we'll see what the result is afterwards. Alright, let's do the test. Alright, while this is going, let me just tell you, in case you're wondering, it's not probably the best way to do chips, it's probably the fastest way to do chips. The best way, however, is when you do a double fried. So what it means is basically you dip the fries first in the oil at 140 or up to 160 degrees. What this process does, it basically cooks the potato, and afterwards you just hang them up, let it rest for about 2-3 minutes, let them cool down just slightly, increase the temperature of your fryer up to 180-190 degrees, which is the maximum usually for frying oil, and give them another, well, 1 or 2 minutes. So what will happen actually, so the first stage is cooking the potato, the second stage is making the crispy. So you get this really nice and crispy fries with really soft interior. So that's how the French did it, that's how the Belgians did it, that's where the fries originate from. and that's probably the best way to do it, although they did it in beef fat, so that's not really the thing these days. Beef fat is not really common. However, you can get it in good groceries and you know, at good suppliers. Although when you're doing beef fat, well, you have to remember the frying temperature, well, the burning temperature of your oil is slightly lower than fryer oil, which is specially designed for fryers. It's designed to work at high temperatures for a long time. With beef fat, basically you have a slightly lower burning temperature, so you have to adjust your fryers accordingly. So the top temperature would be probably around 170, 180 degrees most. All right. The time is nearly up, so let's fish those fries out. Let's hang them up. One and number two. There you go. So for a quick test result conclusion. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera because there's always you know, the light balance automatic on the camera. The fries after 2 minutes in the conventional fryer are slightly paler than the ones out of the conventional fryer. So what I would do as a chef, I would probably give those fries another 30 up to 40 seconds in order to get them really nice and golden brown. Whereas these ones are pretty much ready to be served. It's a very healthy color, the one you want for your fries. Okay, so the test results have shown that the induction fryer has been much faster if it comes to heating up the oil. It also made the portion of fries much better in those 2 minutes than the conventional fryer. However, I said it is nearly twice as expensive as the conventional fryer. So let me compare it to cars. I always like this analogy. If you compare a premium brand with some normal usual house brand, you know, home brand, of course these two cars perform the same task. They will get you from point A to point B. And of course the premium car will cost you more at the beginning, the normal car a little bit less. However, the premium car, which is in this case the induction fryer, will perform the job much faster and will cost less expenses. The conventional fryer will cost you less at the beginning, but over time, well, it will draw much more energy. And that's how you can choose between these two. You basically set up your priorities and you choose between these two. Okay, so that's all what I have to these fryers. If you have any questions or if you have any remarks or experiences with induction fryers and conventional fryers, feel free to write me a comment on the comment section. Let us know what you think. Ask me questions. And remember, I'm your hands-on expert. I'm here for. Let me know if you want another product comparison. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. I thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope I see you next time.